Hello everyone, welcome to the day we've been looking forward to for quite a few years on this channel. It is Evil Genius 2 World Domination, and we're going to start with Maximilian. And let's see, what have we got? We've got Crown Gold. Let's go with that one because we've done that one and we've played around with that one. So let's go with the original option. As you can see, details, gallery, plenty of levels, looks lovely. And here's all the various DLC that we can have active within the game. Pre-order loot, Mr. Scruffle statue, John Steele's defeat, Steele being blasted into space, and deluxe Aurora Borealis. We'll go with standard difficulty, and we'll turn off the tutorials. The tutorial we're working through on the live stream. Let's get underway. Look at that, doesn't it look lovely? A thing of beauty. There he is, the shiny bonce of the megalomaniac himself. Doesn't he look wonderful? Those shoulder pads.
So, boss,
Dynasty, eat your heart out.
It's good.
There's something
It's too ugly, it's too yellow.
Oh, I like
Bright and cheerful, the colour of your swell uniforms.
that's it.
Okay.
An inner sanctum.
Use lots of gold. Okay. So, hello. Welcome to the base. Now, you can see here a couple of corridors. I think what we're going to do first, just quickly, because we need to be able to get out there and steal stuff quickly. We're going to build the vault here.
You're running low on power.
Yes, I am aware of that. So we're just going to build a quick vault here with some pallets. Let's see, I think if we made it one wider. This is one thing that's really good, is with the game you can actually constantly edit the rooms, change them, make them bigger as your demand increases over the course of time. And we'll put a door in there. Doors are now 4 wide. We can put decor in there, we can put loot in there, all sorts of things. So we're just going to start off with that. And what we want to do is build a corridor 4 wide down to about there. And after that, let us quickly build a control room. So we are going to build the control room here. Make the 4 width entrance and build it out to about the same size as the vault. And this is something that's very important within this new game.
Warning, not enough power to power this building.
Is broadcast strength. Very, very important in this game.
Not enough gold to complete.
So we'll confirm that. Now, what we're going to need to do also is quickly create a power area. See, you go back to here and you can just put the rock back in. How cool is that? Items. Right, let's make it a bit bigger. In fact, we'll need to make it a lot bigger. Like so. And this is one thing that we are going to be very happy for, is the incinerator. is the incinerator is what will take care of all the dead bodies that we are going to generate. And there's going to be a lot of them. So let's confirm that and get that built as well. So these are the three main things we need. The control room to enable us to steal money out there in the world. And the power room to provide the power to allow them to do that. And you name it. And here, there is one thing that you can do. You do have various options. Let me show you some of the options we've got. So you can select difficulty. You've got detailed stats, which will appear on the thing on the side. Alternate furniture rotation. Drag and point for rotating items. Click and drag to rotate camera. Auto follow when a character is selected in the lair. Run while minimized. All these kind of settings. You've got input key bindings. You see you can choose all the various options. Gamepad controls, if that's what you want to use, you can do. Let's have a look at the graphics options. So here's the graphics options. You can choose all the detail. I'm running on full detail at the moment. Reduce mouse lag. Audio, there's all your audio settings, the speech, the UI, sound volume. And then obviously accessibility. Build mode auto pause, we got that turned off. We never had it in the original game, so I'm not going to have it in this one. Auto pause when the genius comes under attack. Auto pause in screen menu, we'll do that. Press and hold to activate. Let's turn that off because I just want to be able to press it and it goes active. Confirm all executions. Right click build menu. You can turn that off if you prefer. Auto save frequencies. Colorblind settings. Mal will be pleased of that. Overhead indicator duration. All these kind of things. You can magnify the cursor size. Scroll speed, all sorts of things to enable you to make it more accessible. And then obviously you've got privacy settings, share game information, and view license information in there as well. So you've got plenty of options in there to play around with, to customize the game to make it more suitable to your play style or your requirements when playing. So let's just check.
All hands on deck.
There we go, that's the one we were after. Because what I would find is you would press hold
Cancel.
and then let go, and it would actually then cancel it almost immediately. Which was slightly annoying. So. No power. Yes, I'm aware of that. This could be a problem. Let's just get rid of those. Cancel those. So we can just say, sell that. Cancel that one. Confirm all. And then we've got a little bit of money, and then we can get this area built.
Build more generators.
Let's cancel that for the time being. We just want to get the power in and ready. I have to sell one of these. That'll then get reduced. Give us a bit of money. 3,000. Yuck. So we're going to have to sell one of these as well.
You're running out of gold.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Steal some from the world.
And there we go. We can get the power in. There's our fellow. So you can see he's got 2 buffs now. The difference between the original game and this one is that the buffs have to be activated They're not active all the time. And also they have a certain cost, so that costs morale, and this train faster affects the smarts. And so, you know, it's a kind of thing that takes a bit of time to recover. But you can send him anywhere, do whatever needs to be done. All that kind of cool stuff. So that basically means that that has been constructed. Now there's the lair builder 5000. You can see with that bracket around the gun, it means he's got something in the gun and can now essentially build it and deploy it. There we go. And thud. And we have power. So, down the bottom here, very helpful information. You can see we've got 5 intelligence. Yeah, that's about right. And also broadcast strength. So we've got 1 broadcast strength right now. Let's go and have a look at the world map. So this is the world map where we'll do a lot of our evil, our strategic evil. And you can see you've got the Western Saber territories. You've got Hammer. You've got Anvil all the way down here. You've got Patriot. And you've got Smash. And you can see that this is basically where our island is based. Minions for a global operation, known as Crown Gold. And there are other locations. You can go there, I think, and there. The other locations, maybe even there. So, plenty of options. Along with container ships. So, what you need to do is we will need to scout out a location to start with. And what you do by scouting enables you to build a criminal network. So if you click on a particular location and click scout. Now what that will do is that will send out a minion. And they will be sent out here to establish a criminal network in this particular area. Once you've established that criminal network, then you can start doing schemes in the location. And how many criminal networks you can have is dependent on your broadcast strength, which is down here. Now, obviously, we've got 1 used. So, in order to get around that, these are all the buttons to take you into the plan mode. Character selection, you can select him. Or if you click on here, you can right click and it'll focus on him. Hello. You've got minion information here for your workers, so you can hire more workers. We're going to need lockers to do that. We'll get to that shortly. And it tells you down the bottom here how much power you have free. So you've used, and we've got 8. And also how many people are in the lair, what the capacity of that lair is, and how many people are training as well. So, we are now establishing a network out here. We'll have the helicopters on the way. You can click on minion, there we go. Some of the minions who are getting into the tower, ready to make their way to the helicopter. Here is said helicopter. Minion to go up the lift, out, and then climb into the heli. There we go. Okay, let's just zoom back a bit. There we go. So they're now in the helicopter, which will then take them off to their new location, which will be the setting up of the thing here. And you should see basically when they come flying in. Here we go. In comes the helicopter. And it will deposit somebody here. Boom. And there they are, setting up the new criminal network. Now, optional objectives. These are very important, really helpful. So you can have all these various things here where you can scout certain things. We'll track that as well. You've got side stories which we'll be able to run at some point soon. The main objective, which is tracked on the HUD. And obviously what's been completed. You can get rewards for all of these kind of things. So, can be money, can be unlocking minions, you name it. So, at the current moment, we've got enough power. But we don't have enough for
All that glitters
Let's get in there. We don't have enough power in order to buy the next one, or enough money yet. So, here is the criminal enterprise being set up right now. And bingo. Now, that indicates the heat. And there is a limit to the heat. So essentially, the capacity for heat is maximum at this current moment is 50. And over the course of time, you're doing various different schemes in the area like this one. This will give us 30 heat, and over the course of 30 minutes will give us 20. Yeah, 20 grand. Let's launch it. So we have now launched that scheme, and that will be helicoptering minions in. Now, they will be moving out, as you can see. Another thing that's very good on here is the minion manager. Now, you'll have various different traits down the side here. And you can say, for example, this gentleman here, decent uppercut. We want him to essentially move into a particular role. Muscle. And so he will move towards muscle. You've got good shot. There you go. Impatient, always in a hurry, utterly disposable. Workaholic. Cat person. Unicorn stuff. Strong right hook. So you've got all these options here. So we'll make that person muscle as well. And these are things that you can actually do. So we are going to need to essentially run those schemes to get the money in so that we can essentially get more broadcast units, gather more areas, and go from there. So there we are in Russia. The Northern Hammer districts, as they are referred to. You can see the heat starting to build. There's the minions waiting for the helicopter to come back. There we go. Now it's come back. They should be jumping on board. There they go. Now, one thing that they're going to do, that you'll find out hopefully in the cutscene shortly, is when they go out, they don't come back. Because that would be like literally muddy footprints being traipsed back to your evil genius lair, and that's the last thing you need. So essentially minions go out and they don't return, and they get to live a quiet life with some of the gold, but still sending gold back. And that's what we will see as passive income. You'll actually see that on here. You can see here passive income of $20 every 5 seconds. So they're now doing that. You can see the percentage complete, things of that, and that's starting to flicker. You can see that's starting to go up. Now, we will at some point need to capture a guard. Now, the reason for that, this is interesting here. This is something that you can do for a certain amount of gold. You can actually reduce the heat that you're feeling in this particular area. So that's a helpful thing to do. So let's go back to the lair and see how we're getting on. So currently, as you can see, Maximilian keeping the lads working. And we've got various different things here. Plenty of overviews. Money and lair, minions, global operations, and rogues gallery, so you can see all these various people. See, Maximilian damage, train faster, various difference. The Midas is a chemical reaction to cause a chain of more complex reactions, eventually turns things into gold. So that's probably going to be his device. We still haven't created a thing, as I need to scratch on my back. Here we go. We still haven't created a lair for Max to sit in. That is because we don't really have the money to do it. And in order to get more money... Oh dear, that's the wrong way round. So what we can do is we can move it. Press R to rotate it around. Confirm all. And they'll literally pick it up with the lair builder 5000. And return it.
Your criminal networks need more broadcast strength to maintain.
See? So there we go, we've moved that around.
Strength resumed.
And now you've got enough money for this person bringing in this item on their lair builder 5000. Gonna plop it down there. That will increase our power availability up significantly. So that means in order to progress and make some kind of serious dent in the financial coffers, we are going to need to build another item in here. So what we're going to do is see how close can we get it. Okay, we can only get it there.
Not enough gold to complete this.
And that's going to be 3,000 and it's 2,400. So we are just going to wait. You can undo, you can redo, all that kind of stuff. Show the side panels, all that kind of cool stuff. So we're just going to press escape, right click, and it stops it. So once we've got 3,000 in the bank, we are going to put in another broadcast strength, and we can start making better inroads into the world of Evil Genius 2.
What is it now?
What is it now?
Time is money.
Time is most certainly money.
What next? Wunderbar.
And there's our boy. Doing his thing. Anyway, we can put the buff on.
My skills.
Work buff harder, order minions, prioritize jobs. Train faster, which is something we've got to create shortly. A training room we don't really need yet. We've got all these things to build. A training room would be nice. Now, I did say we could sell all of this stuff out here. And that's what we're going to do. So let's just get rid of that. Here we go. Click on the edit. Sell. Sell. Now, you'll notice that the bank account doesn't really change until you confirm the changes that you've made. And then essentially all your people will come in and start disposing of all of this stuff, and your coffers will then start to increase. But for the purposes of what we're seeing, it's all going to get sold. These abandoned crates as well. Large planter, we'll leave that. Oh, hello. We've got agents in already. That's interesting. And there we go. We've now confirmed to sell all of that. Now, doors. We don't have the option to right-click on the door anymore. So we're going to say make that a level 3 door so it's hard to pass through. You can see they have to identify themselves to the door, and it slows them down but doesn't necessarily stop them. So these guys sniffing around, they don't really see anything, but because of that, we're going to need to create a prison to hold these slippery fellows. Now, here's the prison. And what we're going to do is... See, I'm not sure I want to create it right here because I would like to keep a corridor going around the back of the base that I can sort of work on. So if we move that there, and then create a prison here, like that. Now, at the moment, I think all we're going to do is we'll put in... This is an interrogation chair. And then we'll put in a a single like that, just for the time being, and then we'll just return that to rock. So it's only a small little prison room, but it will give us what we need when we start interrogating agents who are sniffing around but have found nothing. Or have they? Agents.
I need that intruder taken in once you locate them. Find that intruder and kill them.
Okay. So these guys are marked as intruders. So let's go to red alert.
Are in combat.
And you can see it breaks their disguise. And now, essentially, we're now in combat with these guys.
Battle stations.
We're going to lose some of our minions. Let's put that to kill, because we've only got one prison available to us. So the minions are trying to take out these individuals.
I order you to locate and kill that intruder.
You can see continuing ganging up on the agents, and some of our minions are being damaged. Investigator can't be captured yet because there's no working. Now, here's all the body bags that are created from your people dying and also from the enemy dying. He's going to wait there, but these body bags will be cleared out eventually. But the problem is we do not have an incinerator yet. So let's get out of high alert and put in an incinerator as a matter of urgency. There we go. Now you can see we got 29,000 as well. So let's start increasing our broadcast strength here as quickly as possible.
You do not have enough power to sustain this build order.
Okay, so let's cancel that then. Just put one more in for the moment. Now, as a result of that, it means that what we can do is we can start increasing the size of the power room. And then let's just confirm it like that in the moment, and then we'll put in the items. There we go.
Build more generators.
So you can now see that our power usage is getting low. We're generating 29. We're using 23 or 28, I think. So that's something to consider. There we go. Now you can see they use the lair builder 5000 to pick up the body bags, and they've got this stripiness on the body bag to say they're carrying a body bag in their lair builder, and then they shove them into the incinerator and the bodies get incinerated. So it's just a way of dealing with things. Now, one thing that has been found that is quite helpful is you can actually put an incinerator into a prison, literally, by just building a power like that, and then put the incinerator in there. And then bingo, you've got an incinerator in your prison. And along with everything else that's associated. Right, so there we go. We can now click on this person. We can't right click or anything, unfortunately. We escort the prisoner to that location. So that is now going to interrogate the prisoner. I don't approve of these beds and toilets in a cubicle. Much too comfortable. And there we go. They're now being escorted for the interrogation. And I think once the interrogation is... Oh, that's painful. You can see multiple drugs being injected into them to get the information. And enemy agents can be interrogated for intelligence, give you opportunities on the world map, all sorts of various things. It's helpful stuff.
An
There we go.
We have more intel.
So you can see the intel will have increased by 2. So what we've got now is more units here. Let's go out and set up another criminal network. Let's go to Australia, one of my favourite places in the whole world. I've been lucky enough to go there 4 times in my life, and every single time it's been a blast. I love the Australians. A wonderful, wonderful people. Now, what we've got now is a situation where we need to get a health area, or somewhere to basically make our minions healthier, to heal them when they've become damaged. So what we're going to do is we're just going to build a little area in here like this, and then we'll stick in a healing doodad and a door. Now,
This build order will drain all your power supplies.
so in anticipation of that, also bear in mind,
To complete this construction,
when you move things, you do lose the power when you move them, because they are essentially being shrunk into nothing and then moved. So it's something to bear in mind. But I think that's where we're going to leave it for this first inaugural episode of Evil Genius 2. I hope you've enjoyed. Been a bit of a slow start because with the no tutorial means that you have to be very careful on how you start. But we're starting to generate money and it's coming in and we're doing okay in that regard. So anyway, we'll see you next time. Hope you've enjoyed. Cheers, guys.